Well, I'm sure you've heard the news that we now have an opening on the Supreme Court. We're going to talk about that in a minute and possibly some of the ramifications for that. So stick with me, folks, and I'll be right back. Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and I've got a shout out for you to start out with, and this is from Mr. Everyman. At Mr. Everyman1 is what his Twitter handle is if you want to check him out. But I want to thank him for suggesting this channel. It's called Right, Left of Center. And this is just a very interesting channel with lots of, you can see the different videos she has made. And she's got some good things to say. So I strongly suggest that you check her out, see if that's a channel you want to subscribe to. And then remember, you click on the subscribe button. Then don't forget to hit the bell and go to all so that you get all the notifications. And even, if you don't want to get all the notifications, just at least subscribe, because that's really something that falls into the algorithm that YouTube uses. And she only has 2.21K subscribers. So it'd be great to kind of boost her up there a little bit. And here's the one video that he recommended for me, how to fix the African American community. She's got a lot of great things to say in here, folks. I don't even know. There were so many pieces. It was like, oh, I should play that. Oh, I should play that. Oh, I should play that. So I'm just going to put the whole thing there. I really suggest, it was 41 minutes. And I got to tell you that I get a lot of suggestions. People tell me, oh, you've got to see this video. And I start watching. I watch about 5 or 6 minutes, maybe, if it's really good. And I watched the whole thing on this. I did double time it because, just in case you're new to the channel, you don't know this. If you go to settings and you go here to playback speed, you can set it to a different speed. And, I recommend that you set it up a little bit because we're all really busy. It does not offend me at all if you do that to my videos. But then again, sometimes people just want something at the regular speed and everything. That's totally up to you if you want to do that. But if you are pressed for time, or if you just want to, kind of get the overview, that's a great thing to do. And I highly recommend it because, like I said, we're all so busy and there's so much material out there. But this one, she did a great job. I think that she's got a channel there that's worth looking into. So I'll leave the links down below so you can check her out. Here's her Twitter feed. I'll make sure that I put that in there too. So you can maybe follow her, which I will do right now. And then I don't know if you know on Twitter, if you click this button right here, then in your notifications, it will show every time that she puts in a new tweet or retweets something, it will give you a notification on that, which is sometimes really good to have, especially on the ones you want to follow. And again, she doesn't have a whole lot, but check her out and see if she's somebody you want to follow. So anyway, let's get going on this. Oh yeah, I have one more thing. Speaking of Twitter, guess what? Twitter's public policy director leaves to join Biden transition team. Transition team, get that. I mean, they're already planning a transition. Oh, so anyway, yeah, this guy right here, Carlos Monje, left Twitter's DC office Thursday after helping host a fundraiser for the Democratic nominee. Oh, but we're not biased at all, are we? So anyway, this is where Twitter gets its people. They're people that then leave and go there. But it says, according to a LinkedIn profile cited in Politico's article, Monje started working at Twitter in 2017. Prior to that, he served in former President Obama's White House, as well as on the transition team for former Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. Oh, gee. I'm sure he's been really just not biased at all in the things he's been doing at Twitter. So just a reminder that the former press secretary for Biden's running mate, Senator Kamala Harris, works as a senior communications manager at Twitter. Nick Pacilio served under Harris. I'm sorry, that just is a funny turn of phrase there, knowing who she is and how she got to where she is. Served under her. While she was Attorney General in California during her presidential campaign in 2019, Harris called on Twitter to ban President Trump's account. So don't forget, Yeah, it's not political, remember, because Jack here said, a political message earns reach when people decide to follow an account or retweet. Paying for reach removes that decision, forcing highly optimized and targeted political messages on people. We believe this decision should not be compromised by money. Well, no, it should be compromised by people who are very, very biased and who don't want the other side to speak for itself. So anyway, they enforce their rules impartially. There you go, all you people who got booted from Twitter. You now know that they were just being impartial. Yeah, I would like to see the number of people that were from the left that they've booted off. Anyway, let's get down to the topic here. You've heard this already. Yes, she is gone. Now, I'm not going to cheer that she's gone. What I'm happy about is that she is no longer making decisions that affect the entire United States. Okay? I didn't think she was up to the task while she was dealing with her illnesses, and so I'm glad that she no longer can make those decisions. However, I got to tell you folks, I'm a little concerned about this. This is one of the things that I wanted to point out, and you're going to hear a bunch of people saying, oh, she was so dedicated and everything. You're going to hear it's just the same stuff. I wonder if there's going to be a state funeral, which I assume there will be. And I'm wondering what that's drawing attention away from. Could it be that we just found out that Mueller's people have Lisa Page's phone, or at least they did, and her phone was turned in, but they claimed it was lost. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff going on there, but I'm excited to know that, yeah, the NSA does have all the copies of everything, and that's going to be coming out too. Anyway, let's get back to this because this plays a role. I don't know if you understand this, but when the Supreme Court has an even number, which if she's not going to be on there, which obviously she's not at this point, then that would be a total of 8 Supreme Court members who would be voting on anything, in any rulings that take place between now and when the next one is appointed. What happens when there's a tie like that is that it reverts down to what the lowercase ruling was. So if, for instance, about these mail-in ballots, if this goes to the Supreme Court and they rule and it comes out to a tie, which right now we can't trust Roberts. You don't know where he's going to go. And sometimes he sides with us, sometimes he sides with them. So it could come out 4-4. And if it comes out 4-4, then that ruling, whatever it was in the lower court, which is likely an Obama person, is going to stay. And that could really be a problem with some of the rulings that are going to be coming in front of the Supreme Court and are going to be fast-tracked because of this election, because this is going to happen. Now, McConnell here says that, yeah, guess what? We're going to vote. We are going to vote on their nominee. Well, that is making the liberals' heads spin. The Democrats are not happy at all because, of course, the Merrick Garland thing. You had that, and that was Obama's choice for filling in for Scalia. Well, yeah, but the problem was that the Democrat Party was responsible for Scalia's demise. So, the Republicans at the time held the Senate, and Obama was a lame duck candidate. So he nominated this guy to come in, and we know for sure that Merrick Garland had been in to visit Obama many, many times. His name's in the logs a lot. And so when they wanted to vote on him, the Republicans who had control of the Senate said, no, we're not going to allow this to come up because it is an election year and you won't be president after this. So the Democrats were not happy about that, but now they're not happy because McConnell is saying, yep, we're going to pass it through. So, but it is a different situation. This is his reasoning on it from what I've been able to read. Here's the actual article. And from this article, he's saying the situation is that you have in Obama's time, you had a lame duck president. You had a Senate that was run by the opposition party. And that was why they weren't going to really put it through. The situation now is we have both the White House and the Senate. And so this can go through because the Senate is who, pushes through the nominations. So they can approve it. So the Democrats are not real happy. They're talking about how the Republicans are hypocrites. We're the hypocrites, right? But anyway, so this is the situation. Like I said, my only concern about this really is that if there are ties, which could very well happen because of Roberts and his wishy-washy stances, it could end up reverting back down to the lower courts, which could be like, for instance, the Ninth Circuit Court or the Ninth Circus, as I like to call it. But that's not so bad anymore, really. They have had some rulings that were actually not too bad lately because Trump has appointed a few in there and it's starting to sway things. So I don't know how this is going to affect, but that is something to keep in mind, that if there are ties, which could very well happen, even though technically we have 5 conservatives and 3 liberals at this point, it still could come out ties because we just don't know where Roberts is going to land. And so, keep it in your prayers if you're a praying person, because it's an exciting time, and there are going to be several Supreme Court decisions that are going to have to be made that are going to have to do with this election big time. Part of me wonders if this isn't purposely timed because they wanted to make sure that they had a way when the election comes up, they have a Supreme Court that is kind of in this limbo and could very well be tied and then revert down to the lower court. So that's what we've got going. Because, they're, as I've said in the previous videos, they're planning on tying this whole thing up as long as they can because they want chaos in America and they figure that's the best way of doing it. So, keep that in your prayers. But to end on something light, I wanted to show you this because this is just hysterical here. Now, I don't have my sound turned on for these. You don't need to hear what it's going to say, but this is campaigning in 2020. Now, this guy right here, if you see here, he's the spokesperson, traveling press secretary for Jill Biden. Okay, so he's not like just a fly-by-night person, but I think it's kind of funny that he only has 9,492 people following him. But anyway, so she's got a lot more, but you got to wonder how many of those are real. Anyway, so this is the this is the Joe Biden car parade. Watch this. There it is. 3 cars. Oh no, there's a 4th one. The 4th car. There we go. Oh, 3 people in the camera crew. There were almost more people in the camera crew than there were in the parade. So, yeah, I love this meme. This meme is so funny. Whoever did this one, kudos to the Anon who did this. Anyway, so this is, basically what I was thinking, and I just happened to have the meme for it. So, yeah, this is the thing. If there's going to be another civil war, it'll be Antifa, snowflakes, and BLM against ex-military country boys, hunters, and bikers. That'll be an hour we'll never get back. So, kudos whoever did that particular meme. That was great. And so down here, I got to show you this one. Okay, Dan Scavino had posted one, and it was the police department, based on their observation in person and on the highway cameras, combined with the formulas of roadway occupancy, have estimated 16 to 20,000 vehicles for the Trump parade, Cincinnati, Ohio. This is just, when you look at this, it's like, yeah, right, 4 vehicles for Joe. And then he got this for Trump. And they're honking and everything. Like I said, I don't have my sound on for you guys to hear, but it's really loud. But yeah, Joe's ahead. I mean, really, very interesting. And the Biden boat parade, I think that's kind of funny. Really, this one says, and do you really expect us to believe this was not staged? One had a sign taped to the window. Bet they ripped it off at the stop sign. 2 cars decorated alike. Here's one pic of 1,000 of a true car truck rally. And so this one, 7,000 participate in Laredo Trump train event. Look at that. So I like this. This is me. Anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. I'll leave a link down below so you can check it out for yourself. Read some of the comments. They're really worth reading. So that is Joe's big thing. So anyway, that's what I've got for you on this one. Oh, I can't forget. Oh my, I am going to do a premiere for a Saturday night, which means I'll have the chat going. It's not going to be a live stream, so I won't be able to talk, but I can be in the text chat with you. So if you want to be in the text chat with me, it'll be at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time, because President Trump has, where's he going to be? Oh, I forget. He's going to be someplace else tomorrow. Oh, I think North Carolina, that's what it was. And it starts at 6:00 Eastern time. So hopefully by 9:00 it'll all be done. And that's when my, premiere will come out. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Honestly, I think it's going to be just headlines. So I hope you can be there and we'll chat. Whatever is new in the news, we'll talk about that too. So anyway, that's what I've got for you on this one. I want to thank you for stopping by, and I'll see y'all later.